This time on Roadkill, we rescue a barn-find Pontiac Firebird in a rainstorm. And then it breaks down in a rainstorm.
What the hell?
That's a nice umbrella.
Thank you.
Let's jumpstart the car. That feels nice. I feel good.
Go. Welcome to paradise.
I love this place.
I do too. All right, here's the situation. We were here yesterday to run Attempted Murder Nova for an episode of Roadkill. And while we're standing there, Brett kind of runs this place, asked me had I seen the junkyard. I didn't even know there was a junkyard.
Oh.
So we tour the forest over here next to Paradise Drag Strip, and it's full of old cars. But it gets better. He leads us to a barn, pop the barn door open, and there sits, covered under dust, a 1967 Pontiac Firebird, one of my favorite cars ever. And it used to be owned by Otto, the guy that owned this place, who's now passed away, unfortunately. This is the last car Otto ever took down this drag strip, and it hasn't moved in 15 years. It hasn't been registered in 20 years. I just bought it, and right now, we're gonna drag it out of the barn, and with the help of our friends, we're gonna try to get this thing running. And I don't care if it's pitch black tonight and everyone's gone. Let's just drive it down the drag strip.
We'll make a pass, take it home, and wash it.
This barn is epic. It's full of dead rats, it's full of speed parts, it's full of cool treasures, and this is as legit barn find as you're ever gonna see. Behind that faded, weather-beaten, falling apart wooden barn lies our next drag car. So we were here yesterday. We've seen the car. We've crawled all over the car, but I just now paid for it and got the title, and we're about to drag this 67 Pontiac Firebird dread car out of this barn and see if we can make it run. Look at that, dude. Just look at it. Oh my God. We didn't stage any of this stuff. The cylinder heads, the differential, ring and pinion, like we didn't put anything in here. This place is stuffed with speed parts. Look, there's a front runner slotted mags right there. There's some centerline combo pros right here. Look at this. There's a camshaft. Look at that hood, dude. So the hood's fiberglass, but the rest of the car, I'm pretty sure is steel. And because it's on flat tires, and it's surrounded by just dead rat poop everywhere, I didn't crawl under it. I have no idea if it's rusty, but I don't think it is. But it's caged, it's got a power glide, it's got a big block Chevy with a Dominator on it. And like I said, it's not been registered since 2000. It hasn't made a pass or been out of this barn really in like 15 years.
Yeah, it's a big tire car. She got some meat under her.
Oh, dude. I've never had a Pro Street car. I've never had a car with big tires on it like this, dude. This is awesome. I think the first thing we do is try to air up the tires and try to push it into daylight, dude.
Love it.
We're gonna take my neighbor's air compressor in there, try not to get bitten, stung, or what else, corona'd.
It's worth it.
We're gonna air up the tires and then we're gonna try to shove this thing outside and then we'll pull the hood off and show you guys what's under the hood.
It's like a car guy's dream.
Dude, this is gonna be amazing.
Back first.
Back first.
Yeah, I just want to see how fat the tires are.
I don't think it's all cut up because they tubbed it and narrowed the rear. So my hope is this is a steel. Like this isn't a Bondo machine. I wish we had 4 compressors. I'd like to just pump them all up at once and get it outside.
I'm gonna jack the front up because the front tires, they're almost off the bead.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jack it up and get the weight off of it and then pump those up.
8 PSI. Working. This one would almost roll. I want to get it to 10. 10's a good number. Ew. So cool. This is like my first legit ever barn find. I always see them and read about them and watch the adventures of Ryan Brutt, the automotive archaeologist, but I never actually thought like, oh, one day I'll open the door to a barn and there would be something in there for us to dig out and bring back to life. So this is sick right here. I think this thing's gonna clean up pretty darn good. Oh, I'm so excited. Bingo. Nice work, sir. Nice work. Woo, seated. Dave, don't move.
What? Don't even play. What?
Don't move. No, I'm just kidding. All right, let her on down, sir. Whew, she's low. Right about now, you're asking yourself, it's pouring rain out. Why don't they just put the Firebird on the ramp truck and take it home? Well, we're not going to because there's a drag strip like 300 yards from here. We want to hear it run. Look at that, out of the barn. All right, you're good. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Daniel, help me take the fiberglass hood off. We'll set it right up here. Oh, man. Look at that. Old school Dominator. Big block Chevy. It's got a power glide. And I think it's got a Dana 60 rear end. I don't know, but old school big tire drag car that's been hiding in a barn in Georgia for decades. The car is much cleaner and the sun is out, which is good. So now we will start again. Oh, dude, we got a fuel cell, a battery, bone dry. And the good news is this is a plastic cell. And let me see if I can come up with any foam. No, the foam's intact, dude.
There's nothing in the tank?
Nothing in the tank.
That's good. I'm gonna pull the fuel pump off the car, clean it real good, then test it off the car, then put it back.
It had a window in it. Need a shifter, a couple of gauges. It's been tubbed. You can see how the back of the car is all modified there. That'd be pretty cool if that thing still worked. That's an old school Mallory pump right there.
I bet it does.
Let's pull the valve covers. Well, here's I kind of figured you were. All right, you want to take charge of the carburetor?
Yeah.
Goal is to just, make it run today. So I'd put bowl gaskets in it. The accelerator pumps move, so it may not be hammered. And let's just see if it runs.
I brought some carb cleaner.
Okay. All right, Newbern and I will take the valve covers of the spark plugs out. Let's party. It's gonna be awesome. Valve cover coming off. What do we got under there? Oh. These are stud mounted with a girdle. Girdle and everything, dude. Now it's just the studs.
It's got a nitrous plate on it.
Yeah, it does. That's awesome. Dude, it's got 2 stages. Oh no, that's nitrous and fuel.
No, that's a dual stage.
It's got a nitrous plate.
You got washers, yeah, be careful.
And the electrodes are still on the plugs, so that's good news. Even blowing them off with nitrous. It's got some good stuff, man. I like it.
Okay, so this is a 9375 annular Holly Dominator. It's probably 30 years old by the looks of it, but since they put racing fuel in it, it's relatively clean. And we're gonna spray it out and cross our fingers and put it back on there and see it run. So I'm sure it'll be good enough for who it's for.
Dude, look at that. Just pulled the valve covers off. Everything looks good. We got Borescope that Bluetooths to your phone, and it's got an LED built into it. There's the spark plug hole. Going down the spark plug hole. I see a piston.
That's good news.
Yeah, it's got a piston. It's got valve reliefs in it, so I think these are aftermarket. Let's pull the filter and prime this thing. All right, I brought my priming tool, so I'm gonna pull out this distributor that was turned into a priming tool. And to do that, we're gonna use this tool. Looks like the bottom half of the distributor, and drops through the intake manifold. And you drop it on the ground, and then when you pick it up, you put that end in the oil pump drive rod, this end in your power drill, spin it quickly, and get oil to everything. Bearings, lifters, all the rotating surfaces.
There we go. Somehow I feel like this motor is going to be all right.
Newbern has gone through the fuel filter. He spent 20 bucks for the brake clean to clean a fuel filter that cost $3. We appreciate it.
But the time it would take to go to the parts store and come back, I just put we're using original parts here, okay?
Yes, we are. Right down to the fuel filter. All right, let's put a carburetor on, get fuel lines hooked up, hot wire the hot lead to the ATI and put the plug wires on. We're so close. Look, carburetor's on. ATI distributor out of the ramp truck is in the motor. Looking down through the valley, you can see this thing has roller lifters with tie bars, crane rockers, stud girdles. Like, there's some cool stuff in there. So this thing could be really rowdy, and we're about ready to fire it up. We've got fuel hoses on, and right now we found a used pair of MSD spark plug wires that are totally rusted out inside. We're gonna clean these out and put them on the motor and fire it.
Unplug the wire. Yes! Awesome. Good job, everybody.
This is Brett. Brett works here at the track, and he's the reason this happened. Dude, I can't thank you enough. This is amazing. Got the key to your Monte Carlo. Starting this car, because we don't have the keys for it. Wow. We got lights. Like, the trans is working. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. It sounds so rowdy. We are leaving the barn, and we're going about 300 yards to the starting line at Paradise Dragway, and we're gonna do what we said we would do. All right, here we go. I love this drag strip because it's totally old school, a historic spot. The NHRA raced here in the 60s. It's been here since 61. We did it! Woo! I always wanted to do this. So cool. Oh my God, dude. I was so worried the tires were gonna come apart. Started shaking, it was all violet. But dude.
You want to turn it around and we'll put her in the car?
Sure. Welcome aboard. This is Otto's wife. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is amazing. Do you want to do a burnout or just go? All right, here we go. Oh, I love this car. I can't believe we just drug this out of a barn, brought it to Paradise Dragway, did burnouts, and went down the drag strip. That's amazing. That's amazing. This has been absolutely incredible. Oh my God, I was so spooked to do burnouts in this car. Like, at the top of first gear, I had to shift, and as soon as it went into second and it had some wheel speed, the car just started shaking, and I was like, oh no, the tires are gonna come apart, and they're just gonna blow the quarter panels off this car and ruin it. But it didn't, man. We did burnouts. We put Otto's widow in here. Grandma went for a ride with me. We did burnouts with Grandma in here. That car was in a barn just past those trees, and it sat there forever. And somehow, we all got together, we made this thing run, and we brought it right back here where Otto used to race it. And, man, it's cool. It's cool. Man, that was amazing. I cannot believe we drug that Firebird out of that barn and did burnouts with Otto's Widow in the car down the drag strip last night. The story's really not complete without making an actual drag strip pass. So that's what we're gonna do, because we've heard it ran low 6 seconds in the 8th mile from numerous people, and that's cooking. So if it does it, story just gets even better. Got a lot of blow-by. Engine might not be totally happy. We'll find out. Dude, look how much better that is. Look at that. Dude, the wheels are cleaning up nice. Car looks so good now. Oh my gosh. I think we can go make passes in this thing. We just need to fix some of the things that make it completely unsafe. Like, it needs tires, right? All the tires are dry rotted. I managed to find another pair of 15x15 Centerline Convo Pros. They don't make them anymore, but I found them on Facebook Marketplace, on the internet, in Tony Angelo's hood. He went and picked them up from a motorcycle shop. They're the right bolt pattern, they're the right back spacing. Tony ratchet strapped the slicks and let the air out of them to squeeze them down, stuffed them in boxes and shipped them here. So we'll have a spare pair of wheels with slicks that might work for the track. I ordered a new set of street tires for the back. So we'll do the tires, we'll replace the belts because they're all dry rotted. We'll do the radiator because it's leaking from the core. Our plug wires, obviously, they were shot when we put them on there. They're all cracked and everything. We'll take out the HEI distributor and put in a MSD distributor because it'll plug right into the ignition box that's already in the car. And then this is the big thing today because it's really low. So we redo the front suspension, and then it still has drum brakes up front, dude, which are really heavy, and these particular ones don't actually work that well. So we'll do the springs, we'll do the brakes, and put coilovers up front. It's not a bad list. We can knock this out today. All right, very gently, because she is falling apart. Oh yeah, it is no travel, dude. Gravy train. Got spark plug wires to replace the ones that are dead. Oh, that fan just wants to be installed. It just flew right out. We got tubes for our tires, alternator. We got a water pump, a distributator. Oh yeah, it's got drag shocks, springs with really small coils. Those must be for a small block or something. Look, it had provisions for like a limit strap for the suspension. There's a mount right here.
Whoa, look up under the transmission pan. What is that?
It's not a skid plate, it's just some sort of protective device. I don't know. Look at the pipes coming out of those headers. They're giant. Dude, it's not in bad shape. Like, it's really not scaly. It's really not very rusty. It's got subframe connectors, ladder bars, a monoleaf. It's got good vintage stuff on it, and a lot of it we can keep. Before using wheel, read instructions. Available free from Centerline, LA, California. That's pretty cool. That's bad. I bet this is the side it was sitting on the ground on flat for nearly 20 years. I love the giant wheels and tires, dude. And look how much room there is to the leaf spring. Fuel cell is definitely dripping. Here, roll that closer. Let's see how cracked it is. Look at the cracks in that tire. We're lucky they didn't come apart when we were doing the burnouts with Granny in the car. Look at all of the safety here on this table. This is a complete kit from The Right Stuff Detailing. We got it at summitracing.com. When I say complete, I mean it. It's everything you need to convert an A-body Chevy or Pontiac from drum brakes to disc brakes. You get drilled, slotted, vented rotors, dust shields, master cylinder, a new spindle, caliper mounts, everything. And it actually does bolt on. We've already done one side of the car, or rather Newburn has, and the stuff fits, and it should stop way better than what we had on the car and shave a few precious pounds.
Washer first, rubber bushing. These are directional. There's a thicker part here, and then there's a smaller shoulder here that indexes into the top of the shock mount right here. So we'll put that there, put the shock, put our coil spring on. All right, now before I go adjusting it, I'm gonna make sure the coil spring is actually sitting in the upper pocket correctly, because there is an indentation up there that the spring has to rotate into. So, nailed it. Tighten this back up. On drag race, they want 0 to 6 clicks. So we're gonna go all the way to 0. Okay. Yeah, so our front suspension upgrades are almost complete. We did our QA1 coilover conversions on the front of this car because, one, these springs, which may look really tall, do not support the weight of this car. And I'm thinking the diameter is too small. These are probably small block springs. And the shocks, well, they're probably 30 years old or more. So why not just replace all in one? So our QA1s are a coilover and shock in one, and they're adjustable, which we can adjust ride height. We can, if we want to drag race, you turn them all the way soft, let the front of the car raise up when you take off, and plus we're putting disc brakes on it. So getting rid of the drums.
Brake system is almost done. Newbern has killed it on changing the parts. Well, I've been out having 8 different wheels and tires mounted on our Centerline Combo Pros, and now we're down to replacing the master cylinder. When we pulled this out of the barn, we put this on the car just to get it running and take Granny out and do burnouts. Now that we want to go race the thing down a track, we're changing the front drums to disc brakes. We're keeping the back drums. That's pretty normal. We're going to use this new master cylinder, which has larger pots built into it. This will provide enough fluid volume for our front brake calipers and our rear brake wheel cylinders. And then we have a new proportioning valve that is meant for a combination front disc rear drum brake system, and a new brake push rod, which is meant for this master cylinder, and the pedal of our first gen Firebird. That was a mouthful, but it all is going to work. Trust me. But we're not going to change, you know, the heart of the car, the theme of the car. Like these giant, heavy Moroso valve covers, these are the old original ones. They give it character, so they stay. These go in the trash. I love this place. This is paradise.
Yes, it is.
It's not just a name, it's a feeling. I think it's gonna run good.
It sounds freaking awesome.
Yeah, it has a wicked exhaust note. We haven't driven it though, so who knows? We've done a lot of work. Wheels, tires, brakes, some suspension, motor tune-up stuff.
Distributor, we put a digital 7 in there.
I think it'll go 780. I think it will. I've heard stories of it going bottom 6s, but obviously, you know, we're not professionals, and bottom 6 is optimistic. 780, I feel like, is realistic.
I hadn't ran it forever. I'm gonna go 8.0.
8.0? All right.
Let's see.
Let's find it. This 1967 Pontiac Firebird hasn't seen the road in about 20 years, and it's highly likely that it hasn't been down Paradise Drag Strip in about 15. We have done so many things to this car, upgraded and repaired so many of the systems, and yet there's still a lot of unknowns here. And not gonna lie, I'm a little frightened right now. I hope it just goes straight, because I really don't want to put Otto's pride and joy into the wall here at the drag strip. Let's go. Oh, it's hot. Shouldn't have left the helmet in the sun. All right, we got oil pressure. Motor seems cool. I feel good about this. First burnout with round tires. Did a burnout. It's done that before, but this time it didn't wheel hop, so that's good news.
That was all right. It's a little in the weak department, but
There we go. We're staged. Foot brake in. Okay, none of that went good. It fell on its face. Then it sounded like the fan hit the fan shroud. Then the back of the hood came up. It was not great, but it did go down the drag strip, and I didn't die. So check that one off the bucket list.
okay. Car stumbled off the line. Probably still have some carburetor issues. We cleaned it just to get it out of the barn. Never touched it again. It sounded good. It was puffing a lot of smoke. Maybe make another pass, but went straight. I think it was a 1040, 10 something.
All right, we didn't die. It's unhappy.
Very.
The hood needs to come off because it was going to come off on its own. Right at the top end of the track, the whole back of the hood went up. Let's take the hood off. How much fuel is in the gas tank?
At least 5 gallons.
Let's put more in it anyway because it leaves like it's running out of gas. Let's plug the laptop in it. I'll put all the timing back in it and go hit it again.
Sounds good. So you may see a lot of smoke coming out of the valve covers. That's blow-by, meaning the motor is probably slap worn out, but it is still running.
All right, a little bit better burnout. Much better.
870?
It bogs bad out of the hole, but that was much, much better.
The car's got potential. I mean, it went at 870, and it fell on its face right off the start, which I'm assuming that's probably a carburetor issue. Dude! 870.
Not bad, dude, for sitting in a barn all that time.
It smokes, but
Oh, it's unhappy. Dude, look how much fun we just had. 870s, dude.
dude, you could put a little work in that carburetor and probably knock an easy second off that time. I mean,
Yeah.
it fell right on its face off the line, dude.
Yeah.
Big time.
Dude, I don't even care. Totally fun.
And it looks awesome. Look at it.
I love it. And I can't help but notice, it looks a lot like the Crusher Camaro.
Yeah, it does.
Just saying. What do you got, Mr. Freiberger?
This thing is mint. He's probably got more than 870.
Yeah, that's
I should probably lay off of that. Okay.
Maybe we call him out after we work on the car. Pretty much this is ending exactly how it began. Crappy old Firebird in a rainstorm. Come on, you gotta go fast. Come on. Woo! Right there. They're still out there. They're hiding in barns and garages and fields everywhere. Get your friends, get some tools, go find an old car. It might not look like this when you start, but it can look like this when you're done. This feels familiar. This is how we started this episode.
I can't see out of my eyes. I can't see out of the windshield.
How are your contacts?
Let's go.
Thanks for watching Roadkill. Maybe don't do everything we do. Unless you want to have fun with your friends. You're having fun, right?
Have a great time.
Let's go.